What is up, guys, and welcome to the Squared Circle Addicts YouTube channel. It's me, your buddy Nessa, better known as GreatLove91 on Twitter and all other social medias. It has been a while since you have seen my face on this channel, and for that, I would like to apologize. I was supposed to do an Elimination Chamber reaction, but I ended up hanging out with family that day, so I watched it on delay. And then, of course, wrestling has been there, but it's been a little bit different and a little bit weird with all this COVID-19 stuff going on. And speaking of COVID-19, I hope all of you guys are staying safe out there, taking all the precautions that you need to take. Man, we're in weird times, and never in a million years would I think that we would be doing WrestleMania 36 with no live audience. It is a weird time for wrestling. It's a weird time for wrestling fans. I definitely think this is something that we're going to remember for years to come. But for me, personally, I am glad that we still have wrestling, whether it be WWE or AEW. I just think that it's nice to have some form of entertainment, regardless of how strange it may be. But anyway, also, fair warning, I apologize for the noise in the background. My window's open and the family's listening to music. So, also, no copyright is intended during the duration of this video, but however, I am here to give you my WrestleMania 36 predictions because for the first time ever, WrestleMania is going to be two nights, tomorrow, Saturday, and the 5th on Sunday. Again, another history-making moment. Also, I apologize if I butcher this card at all because I know changes have been made and some superstars aren't going to be at Mania, so I don't even know what the exact card is because I have stayed off of social media. I have muted everything WrestleMania related because if you guys are unaware, WrestleMania has actually already been taped and apparently there's multiple endings for WrestleMania, so I don't even know what the hell we're going to get with some of these matches, but let's go down the card as best as we can. Starting with the SmackDown Tag Titles. It's supposed to be a triple threat with the Usos, Miz and Morrison, and the New Day. I don't necessarily know if it's still happening because that's a lot of people in the ring at once. But I think Miz and Morrison are going to retain here. I mean, they just got the titles at Chamber, so I don't see them losing them anytime soon, especially with Morrison just being back. However, me personally, I would love the Usos to get it again because I think they are one of the better tag teams in WWE. For me personally, my favorite tag team is The Revival. You guys know that, but unfortunately, their future with the WWE is kind of just at a standstill and they're at home with their families, rightfully so. But yeah, I want the Usos, but I do think Miz and Morrison will retain. The Raw Tag Team titles are also on the line as the Street Profits take on Angel Garza and Austin Theory. Originally, it was supposed to be Andrade teaming with his cousin Angel Garza. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if it's because of COVID-19 stuff or other personal things that Andrade pulled out of Mania for. But with that being said, I don't see the Street Profits losing their titles here, especially to a randomly put together tag team like Theory and Garza. And no disrespect to those two guys because I absolutely love both of them. I just don't see the Street Profits losing, nor do I think they should because they are one of the real tag teams in the tag team division, and I think the tag titles need that right now. Moving forward, the Intercontinental Championship is on the line as Sami Zayn defends his title against Daniel Bryan. Now you guys know I love Daniel Bryan. He's one of my top guys. He's one of my favorite wrestlers. However, Sami Zayn just won the championship not too long ago. Not only that, but it is only Sami Zayn's second title within the WWE. Of course, the first being the NXT championship. So I just think that it would be nice for Sami to hold on to this title. So I'm going to go with Sami here. However, I wouldn't be disappointed if Daniel Bryan picked up the win. This next match is a match that literally nobody asked for. I don't even know why it's on the card. I didn't even really know they were feuding. It just seems like they just kind of threw it together. And that is Elias versus King Corbin. I don't really like either of them. I used to enjoy King Corbin in NXT when he was the Lone Wolf, and I used to enjoy Elias when he first came to WWE in NXT, and then when he went on the main roster for a little bit and he was feuding with Cena. However, his shtick as of late, making fun of people, making transgender jokes, I don't know, he doesn't really sit well with me, so I don't really like either of them, but I'm going to go with King Corbin here. Hopefully he picks up the win, because he's like, out of the two, I guess I despise him the least. So King Corbin for me. The next match is actually Otis versus Dolph Ziggler. Apparently this was supposed to be like a 6-man tag match with Mandy Rose and Heavy Machinery versus Sonya Deville and Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. Again, because of COVID-19, I guess they decided to scrap that, because the less people, the better. I'm going to go with Otis here, and I really hope that somehow, someway, Mandy Rose has some involvement in this match. Maybe she betrays Dolph Ziggler to go with her heart and actually be with Otis. At least that's what I want, because I think that regardless of all the, things that have been scrapped and stuff, this is the story that we have been seeing, and I think that's a good way to, wrap it all up. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Otis. The next match, Undertaker versus AJ Styles. I feel really bad because I feel like this match, the build would have been so much better had things been different, and the promo that Undertaker cut on AJ last week on Raw was phenomenal, no pun intended, especially because of the fact that he name dropped Michelle McCool. I was like, this is awesome. With that being said, I cannot go against The Undertaker at WrestleMania, and as great as AJ Styles is, I've never really been a fan. So 100%, I hope Undertaker wins, and I think that's where we're gonna go. Another random match on the card that literally just popped in my head and forgot that it was a thing, because it honestly makes no sense whatsoever, but we're having it. It's Bobby Lashley versus Aleister Black. To be honest, I'm not really a fan of either of them, but if I had to choose, I would say Aleister. I think he needs the Mania win more. I think it would establish him more as a legitimate competitor, and let's be honest, they're really not doing anything with Bobby Lashley after that whole stupid Lana storyline. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Aleister here. Let's see. Next match on the card, John Cena versus The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. This is definitely one of the bigger matches that they've hyped up. Again, I think things would have been a lot different had they not had to deal with all these circumstances. It's funny because I think The Fiend needs to win this one. I mean, he just lost the Universal title to Goldberg. Clearly, the theory is that he didn't really care about the Universal title and never did. But his whole thing is settling scores with old foes. So I think the Fiend needs to win this, but at the same time, I can't see John Cena losing at Mania, especially after coming back basically after an entire year. So I'm going to go with John Cena. As much as that pains me, I think he's going to win this one. But I mean, I could be wrong. Hopefully I am. So we shall see. The next match, Drew McIntyre versus Brock Lesnar for Brock Lesnar's WWE Championship. Drew McIntyre won the Royal Rumble. Rightfully so, he gets to face Brock Lesnar. And I think that it is time for the, what do they call him? The Scottish psychopath, the chosen one. I don't necessarily know what they're calling him these days. I think this is Drew McIntyre's time. Obviously, you guys know I have never been a fan of Brock Lesnar. He annoys me to no end. I wish he would just go away. So I just want him to lose the title. If he doesn't, I'm going to be pissed. Let's just put it at that. So yeah, Drew McIntyre. Moving forward, one of my most anticipated matches, and I'm pretty sure you guys figured out which 3 I saved for last, and I did this on, actually which 4 I should say. Which 4 I saved for last, and I did this on purpose because I love women's wrestling. So the next match is one of my most anticipated matches. Again, a match that I wish had more build. They didn't really do anything with these two as far as like promos and like, you know, like video packages or whatever. But nonetheless, I'm still excited. It is Rhea Ripley defending her NXT Women's Championship for the first time on a WrestleMania stage against Charlotte Flair. Now, you guys know how I feel about Charlotte Flair. I think she gets way too much within the company. I get it. She's phenomenal. She's great. She's amazing. But I just wish for a second she would take a back seat. But that's just me. That being said, I'm a massive Rhea Ripley fan. Hello, I'm wearing a Rhea Ripley shirt today. And with that being said, I am going for Rhea Ripley. I think her winning is the only right choice. I think this is kind of not necessarily a passing of the torch situation, but rather like I'm giving you the nod because you're the future of this company. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I said it way before Rhea Ripley blew up into superstardom that she was going to be a star. Since the first Mae Young Classic, I felt it, I saw it, and here we are. So I genuinely hope Rhea Ripley retains her championship against Charlotte Flair. The next match is a match that I want to be excited for, but again, it kind of makes no sense, but I think they put it on the card for the sake of putting it on the card, and that is the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, defending their titles, their tag team titles, against Bliss, Cross, Applesauce, Nikki Cross, and Alexa Bliss. Again, like, I genuinely enjoy all four of them, especially now. The Kabuki Warriors have definitely come around to, like, winning me over, and I've always loved Alexa and Nikki. However, I just don't see, like, why they went with them for the tag bouts. Maybe it's because it's, like, the one established tag team that hasn't had issues lately. Personally, I would have went with Fire and Desire, but that's just me. That being said, because this is kind of like so random and there was really no proper build, I do think Asuka and Kairi retain the titles. The next match is for the SmackDown Women's Championship as Bayley defends her championship in a fatal five-way, five-pack challenge. It was supposed to be a six-pack challenge, but apparently Dana Brooke got pulled out because of COVID-19. So it's Bayley versus Naomi versus Sasha Banks versus Lacey Evans versus Tamina. It's really weird to see Tamina in this match, but at the same time, I'm glad that she's getting her chance to shine. I know some favorites on this match include Naomi, which is fine. I wouldn't mind if Naomi won, but for me personally, I think the only way to go in this match is to either have Bayley retain, and then that creates a shift or a wedge in Bayley and Sasha's friendship, and that builds up to the eventual feud that we've all been clamoring to see, and then hopefully Sasha winning the championship at SummerSlam if all of this is over by SummerSlam, and Sasha would be winning it in her hometown, because I kind of don't want Sasha to have her Mania moment in front of an empty crowd. Like, it's something that us crew members have been waiting years for, and I don't think it would be right if it finally happened in front of 0 people, except for the people watching at home. So with that being said, I'm going to go with my girl Bayley. I know that's a little bit of a biased answer coming from me, but I think it just makes the most sense. However, if Sasha somehow won, I would not be mad. You would not hear me complain. And last, but certainly not least, yes, I saved it for last because I had to, Becky Lynch defending her Raw Women's Championship against the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler. Guys, I am so freaking stoked for this match. I have so much emotion going into this. I'm happy, but also somewhat bummed because it's like I finally get to see someone that I love and care about get a Mania moment that she's been wanting for forever, and now it's happening in front of an empty crowd. So it's a little bit bittersweet, but I'm so happy. You guys know I love Becky Lynch. I got to meet her last year, a day before my birthday. She was absolutely sweet. But if you guys know me personally, you guys know that my connection with Shayna Baszler goes so much more deeper than meeting her at an autograph signing. That's my homie. Shameless plug. I don't really do that as much, but it's Mania, man. I have to because I am so emotionally invested in this match. Crowd or no crowd, I cannot wait. It's definitely my main event, whether it's going to be the main event or not. It is my main event, whether it happens on Saturday or Sunday. It's my main event. And yeah, and I know this might come off as a biased answer, but I definitely want Shayna Baszler to win. I definitely think Shayna Baszler winning would make the most sense. As Becky has stated, she has beaten everyone there is to beat on the Raw roster. That's why she's been the champion for almost a year now. Coming up, I think April 7th will be a year. But like, I genuinely think it makes the most sense for Shayna to win. I mean, because even if Shayna doesn't win, who else is there for Becky to take out? I mean, people can argue Nia Jax, but it's like, nobody wants to see that. At least I don't. I get that there's like a story there because Nia broke Becky's face or whatever, but I don't like Nia Jax. She's reckless in the ring. She has a bad attitude from what I can see on Twitter, and I just don't want it. And then some people say Ronda Rousey, and don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind that. I love Ronda Rousey, but then there's going to be those people complaining, talking about, oh, Ronda stole the light from the division, and blah, 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 you know? So, I don't know. I just think Shayna and the story that they've been telling makes the most sense. I think Becky is going into this match way too cocky, and yeah, with that being said, I want Shayna to become the Raw Women's Champion. Now hear me out. I know I said I was going to save that match for last, but I just realized that I left two very important matches off of the card, so I apologize. We're going to circle back. The first one being Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens. I love the story that they've been telling here about how, you know, Rollins has had numerous WrestleMania moment after WrestleMania moment, and Owens has never really had his, and there's that story of Owens returning to the Performance Center where it all started. That being said, I think it's only right for Seth Rollins to put Kevin Owens over and for Kevin Owens to win this. And I think that even if Seth Rollins loses, it doesn't hurt his credibility at all, and it's not going to, like, you know, drag him down. So, with that being said, Kevin Owens is my pick to win that match. I will say, though, I do absolutely love both of them. They're two of my absolute favorite wrestlers. So, yeah, but I'm going to go with my boy Kevin Owens for this one. And then, the other match that I somehow forgot, probably the match that has the most anticipation, the most build, the most emotion going into this, is Edge making his return at WrestleMania. The Rated R Superstar is competing in a WrestleMania for the first time in 9 years as he takes on the Viper, Randy Orton. Man, this feud has been absolutely superb. I've never really been a giant fan of Randy Orton, but his heel work in this whole feud has proved that he is probably the best heel in the wrestling business. Sorry, MJF, I love you, dude, but for me, MJF gives cheap heat to me by insulting people and calling people names and making, like, distasteful jokes, if I'm being honest. But then Randy, he uses that character, you know, build and moment, and I think for that, he is head and shoulders above better than MJF. Just my opinion. I might get a little bit of hate from that, but that's fine. And then, of course, Edge, the ultimate babyface, returning after 9 years when nobody thought he would return. Like, this is insane. I am so excited for this match. That being said, I think Edge 100% wins. I don't see him losing his first official match back, you know, official one-on-one match, because it was the Royal Rumble, but now he's facing Randy. I think it's awesome that he gets to work with one of his closer friends in the business as well. I always love that, because to me, the chemistry in the matches come off a lot better. Like I said, I don't see Edge losing at all, so yeah, I am going to go with Edge on that one. And there you have it. That wraps up the entire WrestleMania card. Sorry guys, can't talk today. If I forgot any, please let me know below. Like I said, I haven't really been keeping close attention to this card or the changes or anything because I'm trying really hard to avoid spoilers. But it's tomorrow, so I think we made it. Today, if all goes well, I will be on a podcast featuring my friend Will. It's going to be his debut podcast. So if everything works out, I'm going to be a guest on that, and we should have it up for you by tonight or tomorrow early morning. But until then, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoy WrestleMania. Again, I hope you guys are staying safe, and I hope you guys are with the people you love and surrounded by people you love. Right now, times in the world are so uncertain, but I'm happy to connect with you guys in a computer screen, or phone screen, or whatever, through professional wrestling. I'm so thankful for professional wrestling, especially in times like these. So yeah, love on your people, be there for them, stay safe, stay happy, but most importantly, stay addicted to the Squared Circle. And before I go, if you guys want to follow me for more wrestling shenanigans, as mentioned in the beginning of the video, you can do so by following me at GreatLove91 on Twitter and Instagram. Alright guys, catch you later. Enjoy WrestleMania, and remember, we are all in this together. Later, guys.